Did you ever lose a writing client because you said first version instead of first draft? Welcome back to Career English Podcast. I'm James, and that's Alex. Today, 5 English words to get hired as a freelance writer. By the end, you'll know the one word that makes clients trust your work fast.
Okay, here's my real story. Last week, a client on Upwork messaged me at midnight, my time zone. She wrote, "I love your first draft, but can you edit the second part?" I panicked a little because I wasn't sure what she really wanted from me.
That's a very common moment for new freelance writers. So the client liked your draft, the first version of the article. Then she asked you to edit one part, which means change it to make it better. Those are 2 different steps. Did she say anything else about what to fix?
Yes, she sent feedback too. She wrote, "Please revise the opening and proofread the whole thing before Friday." Honestly, I thought revise and edit were the same word. I just nodded and said okay, but inside I was confused about the difference.
Good. You used 4 of our words already. So let's slow down. Feedback is the comments the client gives you about your work. Revise means to change and improve after you read that feedback. Proofread means to check for small mistakes, like spelling. We'll break each one apart now.
Wait, let me push back here. A draft sounds unfinished, like something bad. Why would I send a client a draft? I want to look professional, not like I gave up halfway through my work.
Great question, and it's a smart worry. A draft is not bad. A draft is the first version, and every writer makes one first. Clients expect a draft, then they send feedback, then you make it better. So a draft shows you started, not that you failed. It's a normal, professional word.
Okay, that helps. So when I write, "Here is the first draft," the client knows more changes will come. It feels less scary now. What about edit, though? Is edit the big change or the small change?
Edit is the general word for changing your writing to make it better. When you edit, you might cut sentences, move ideas, or fix weak words. So edit is a wide word. You can edit a paragraph, or you can edit a whole article. Clients love writers who edit their own work.
So edit is like a big umbrella word. But I hear revise a lot too. My client said revise the opening. Is revise just a fancy way to say edit? Or is it something different that I should learn?
Nice catch. Revise is close to edit, but it points to one thing. We revise after we get feedback. So the order is like this. You write a draft, the client sends feedback, then you revise. Revise means change and improve based on what they told you. It's very connected to feedback.
Okay, so feedback comes first, then I revise. That order makes sense now. But some clients give feedback that is very short, like, "Make it better." That kind of feedback drives me crazy because I don't know what to change.
That vague feedback is hard for everyone. So a good move is to ask the client a clear question back. Feedback should tell you what to fix. When feedback is short, you can write, "Thank you for the feedback. Can you tell me which part to revise first?" That sounds polite and professional.
I like that. And the last word is proofread. To me, proofread and edit look like twins. Both mean I read the text again, right? Where is the real difference between them?
They are close, but not twins. Edit is about big things, like ideas and sentences. Proofread is the last small check. When you proofread, you look for tiny mistakes, like spelling or a missing comma. So you edit first and you proofread last, right before you send it to the client.
Got it. So proofread is the final polish. I always mix that up. Let me try to say the whole order out loud so it sticks in my head.
Perfect. Try saying this one with me. I'll say it once, and you can say it after me in your own voice. Here it is. First I write a draft, then I edit, then I proofread before I send it. Now you try that same sentence slowly.
First I write a draft, then I edit, then I proofread before I send it. That felt good, and it's short enough to remember on a client call. Why did you pick that exact order for me to practice?
I picked that order because clients think in that same order. They expect a draft, they expect you to edit, and they expect a clean text after you proofread. So when you say the steps in order, you sound like a writer who knows the job. Order builds trust fast.
Okay, let me try a fresh scene now. Pretend I just got a message from a new client in Germany. She writes, "Hi, I need a blog post. Send me a draft by Tuesday and I'll give feedback." How do I answer her well?
Good scenario. You could reply, "Thank you. I'll send the first draft on Tuesday. After your feedback, I'll revise and then proofread the final version." That one message uses 4 of our words. It shows the client you understand the whole process, and it makes you look ready for the job.
Oh, that's smooth. But wait, what if she reads my draft and says she wants many changes? I get scared of big feedback because it feels like I did everything wrong. Is lots of feedback a bad sign for me?
No, lots of feedback is normal, and it's often a good sign. It means the client cares and wants to work with you again. You just read the feedback, then revise the parts she mentioned. After you revise, you proofread once more. Big feedback is not a punishment. It's just the next step in the work.
That makes me feel calmer. So even a long list of feedback is just a to-do list, not a judgment on me. Let me push one more time, though. What if the client says, just edit it quickly? Does quick mean skip the proofread?
Good push. Never skip the proofread, even when the client says quick. You can edit fast, but always proofread at the end. A tiny spelling mistake in the final version looks careless. So a quick edit plus a fast proofread still beats a rushed draft with errors. Clients remember clean work.
Okay, so proofread is never optional. That's my big takeaway today. Can you walk through the whole thing once more, like a real client project from start to end?
Sure, let's follow one full project. A client hires you to write an article. You send the first draft on time. The client reads it and gives feedback. You revise the weak parts, then you edit for clear sentences, and last you proofread for spelling. You send the clean file, and the client pays you in US dollars.
I love that ending. The US dollars part especially. So the words go in a nice chain. Draft, feedback, revise, edit, proofread. Let me try one full example with 2 sentences to lock it in.
Go for it. Say a sentence with draft and feedback, then a sentence with revise, edit, and proofread. Take your time and use your own voice.
Here goes. I sent the first draft and the client gave me clear feedback. And the next one. Now I'll revise the intro, edit the middle, and proofread the whole post before Friday. That felt natural, like a real message to a client.
That was excellent, and it sounded like a professional writer. Subscribe if you want more English for your freelance writing career, because next episode we cover invoice words, so you can ask clients for your US dollars payment without feeling shy. That one will help your bank account, not just your writing.
I can't wait for the money words, honestly. So remember, everyone, draft first, get feedback, then revise, edit, and proofread. Those 5 words make you sound hireable on any client call or Upwork message.
Well said. Practice writing. Here is the first draft, and I'll revise after your feedback to a real client this week. Try this in your next email. Come back next episode and tell us how it went.